Hello, everybody. Today we are on the fifth episode of Bayes Talks. I'm Coco, and I also have my friend
I'm
Nico.
Nico. Yeah,
Also,
was good. And
apologies if
yeah,
I sniff a
go on,
bit.
finish.
But yeah, today's topic is about anxiety-based societies and how they're atheism-driven.
Yeah, so basically, what I want to do is do like a little psychological podcast because I'm good at that.
Yeah.
So I just want to discuss some parasites that just grow in today's society. Anxiety is a major one. People are scared of anything, basically. They're anxious of
Yes.
everything, getting cancelled, not having friends, and the friends they seek are not really their friends because they don't want the best for them.
Yes.
It's all status driven, and it's not always status driven. It's driven by some kind of feeling that I do not feel, and I haven't felt that in a long time. But it's something,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a name in an English language for it, but imagine you have a. It basically is the. I'm not trying to explain that, not taking any examples. It's anxiety basically.
Yes.
It's the feeling is just being afraid of doing something that's out of the system
Anxiety
and
is
is so
basically having a fear for something that, like, you have a sense it might happen in the future. It's very different from regular fear, which is something in the present. Anxiety is like you feel something bad's gonna happen.
yeah, if it's all
If. Like,
if that's gonna happen, yeah.
and that's why these are present in atheist sort of societies, because a lot of them have existential dread, like what happens after you die. In most societies, that's not a problem, but in the current ones, like in the atheist sort of places today, that is very prominent.
Yeah, and it's basically all atheist driven. Uh, another I think fourth episode I said that it was the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's it was basically it was uh the 12 Strong film. It was
Yeah, 12
basically
strong.
was back in general saying to the yeah just saying that your people just fear death. My people think that Jannah, the paradise, is the
Mm-hmm.
best place that it can go. They have no interest. Just you know,
Yeah.
saying and acting in sorts of ways that it's, people are just scared. There's those the generals people when they're scared.
Mm-hmm. They
They
have
went on
no.
horses. They were like cavalry with the AKs. Yeah,
They.
they were like cavalry with AK-47s.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. Like they didn't fear no man. They only feared God.
Yes.
That's what I would like to see, but it's highly
Yes.
unlikely in today's society.
Because in atheist sort of societies, you have this problem where they're too materialistic, they're too attached to the world. They don't really, you know, look inside for any sort of motivation. In fact, they probably avoid that, if anything, constantly trying to have some sort of, like, escape from being
Yeah,
alone, which is the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Because, some things you can only learn by yourself, right?
yeah, and yeah. Another thing is like materialism, especially in the black community in the United States. Everyone's broke there because I'm sorry, I might sound a little racist, but this is just like black community. It's not like white
Uh-huh.
people. Maybe white people do it too, but it's mainly black people in the US. They buy Mercedes Benzes. They buy what? They buy
Yeah.
just trainers and stuff. They're not seeking anything valuable in their life. They're just pure materialistic.
Yeah.
I think that black community is so manipulated because those people are powerful. They're
Mhm.
powerful. They're not like stupid. They're super powerful. They're super.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Absolute
say like
power corrupts absolutely,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah. And there's yeah, black people. They come from Africa. They're super powerful. They're primal. It's like white people, especially the Europeans, like Brits and that. Maybe not Russians. Maybe not Poles. Maybe not Mongolians. Maybe not the Eastern Asians, Western Asians, whatever. When it comes to like England and France, they don't have that superiority in them. They don't have the superiority. They
Yeah.
just don't have a feeling. They,
Mhm.
they're driven so far away from it, from that primal feeling, from the aggression, passion that every human should have, because they were the first to conquer.
Yeah.
Every the Indians work for them, the Africans work for them, everyone worked for them. They
Mhm.
became soft, and now
Yes.
is they oppressed kids from the
Mhm.
middle upper class families, oppressed kids who will want the equality. Equality?
Yeah.
Really? Like you're weaker than everyone else now. You're weaker because you let go of the slaves, free the slaves. Basically, if you want to, why free the slaves? That was like the first mistake. Then the prohibition. I'm talking about the U.S. strictly.
Yes.
Then the
Yes.
prohibition, doing everything to just turn everyone against you,
Yeah.
and just it's paid off. Look at the anarchy that's going on there. I'm.
Mhm.
You might wonder why I'm talking mainly about the US is because the most people know what's going on in the US.
Yeah.
It's a big country, and in Poland we don't have that.
Yeah.
Poland is not Western.
Yeah.
There was some like single protesters in like 2017, but now it's just like 12-year-olds wearing like rainbow bandanas. Is not
Oh
the
no.
LGBTQ community is
Uh.
just being pushed out. Everyone's being called the F word. Like if someone's gay, go to a private school because you might get civil.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like a severe beating. Someone went to GB
Mhm.
for GBH for being like a gay person. That's a topic, but
Poland
I'm
is
just showing that.
very much not part of this sort of atheist, anxiety-driven society. It's more
Alhamdulillah
so.
for that.
Yes,
Listen,
alhamdulillah.
thank God for that. It's just yeah. If Poland turn like this, I'm going to Mongolia. Oh, I'm not never coming back. No one's. No,
Yes.
I would be scared for life, bro. If I see like bondage gear people, this protest, this gay rights activists on the street, I might just borrow a car from someone. Like, look out, bro, bro. If I see those people dressed in bondage gear on the street, you know what I'm doing, bro. I know how to drive a car basically. So I'm just yeah, I'm not gonna say anything no more because
Yeah.
that might get us banned. But you know what I do.
Yeah.
Like if
But
I see those kinds of degenerates on my streets, like bro, that's my street, that's Polish street. There
Polish.
you
Yeah.
USA.
Yeah.
It's just and yeah, it's the you can't see that in Poland, but back to when I was talking, like if you want equality, it's way better for the black people that were oppressed, they were slaves, and the Indians they were slaves of the British Empire as well, and the Polish people they were oppressed by the Prussian Empire and the Russian Empire, and USSR, and
Yeah.
the Nazis. That's
Mhm.
better for them,
Yeah,
but
like you said
for those who conquered
earlier,
them from the
with
slave owners.
the
That's
slave owners, like
yeah, go on.
they became so dominant, like the Europeans in the world, that they became complacent, like you said, and this leads to like loss of religion, like you can see in the Roman Empire, right before its
Yeah,
collapse.
because human were God.
Uh-huh.
Because yeah, human is God.
Yeah,
Basically,
that's what they think.
you cannot tell me that human is God. You
Yes.
cannot say that. You
Yes.
cannot.
All it takes is a
Point of
little
every
natural
religion, there is
disaster to ruin everything. You
yes,
can't control
yes. Human
anything.
is no God. Human is no God. That we can say.
Mm-hmm.
And but there were people back then, and now they are too, that think they have a control of everything.
Which is,
They get like super angry if something doesn't go their way, bro. I've seen people rage of losing like a video game. When I rage in losing the video game is because of had some bet with my friends. It's not like I play video games all the time, but when I play it's just like a bet with my friends. There's money on the line, but yeah, now I confess to gambling. Oh my god, but yeah, a little bit off topic, but
yeah.
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
the people rage at everything. They're so emotional now, and
Yes.
all comes from atheism. Atheism is one of those parasites, right?
Yeah, you need to control your
Which is
emotions because if you can't, the emotions control you, you know? You need to have some sort of control because even I've struggled with this, but you can learn to control it, you know? And uh,
yeah,
like I was saying before with how the Roman Empire, during when it was decaying, it was atheist. They had a loss of religion. And you see that same sort of process happening nowadays, you know, where law of degeneracy also comes rampantly, you know?
ideologies and stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's right. It's right. It's terrible because you all see people dressed in bondage gear on the street, or
Uh,
like wearing dildos as like the unicorn, or well, if the unicorn has on just like on his head, right?
mm-hmm.
They using dildos to dress like as unicorns. I've seen a furry like unicorn furry the dildo instead of a horn.
Uh,
That's pure degeneracy. There's not. If I think about it, I get so angry at it. I'm just waiting for the asteroid. I don't care.
mm-hmm. It
Like
reminds me,
you can
there's a
see that.
story from a guy in Germany. There's this Catholic festival. I think you know, because Poland's Catholic. I think it's called Carnival. And in
Yeah,
Carnival,
it's it. Yes,
uh,
yes. Yeah,
you
people
know,
just
there was
fast.
a thing where, like, the guy in North Rhine-Westphalia, it's from a YouTube channel, Bobby's Perspective, but he said that on Carnival he saw people like mating like donkeys in public. It was horrible. Oh my
Yeah,
lord.
because atheists think that, and I said it before, and I think I'm repeating myself word to word, but people that think they have control of their own life, and it's not like I know I have control of my own life, but at some certain things I can't control. I
Yes.
can't control everything, and I'm okay with that.
You
I
can only
accepted that.
control
But if
yourself. You
someone,
can't control others, you know, like how your crops grow. You can't. You can only like
yeah,
truly do what's in your own body, you know, like how do you act, you know, your mind. That's what I mean.
yeah,
Because
and also if you ever come to a conclusion that there are some things that you cannot control, and you sit around and think about it, think why does this happen? Nobody thinks that's just nobody thinks it's just science, right? Nobody thinks it's
science,
just science.
science, people get
Yeah,
destroyed by a
nobody
giant
thinks of that.
meteor for science. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they just say people like have earthquakes
but
for no reason.
listen. Let me finish because I forgot what I had to tell and I
Yeah, go
remembered it.
ahead.
But yeah. So they think about nobody's thinking of the theory of probability, right? They're just thinking about
Yeah.
something that it's random. And if you're a smart human being and you sit around and think about how not everything you can control, only human can control. you actually starting to see if you're an atheist, this is straight path to religion. Straight path. I was once like that. I sat down at my desk and was like, well, something it was a bad day for me. And I always had this strong sense of right and wrong. So like, what wrong did what wrongs did I do today? What sins have I committed? I wasn't like a Muslim then. I was an atheist. Not even agnostic. Not like I'm not say oh my god or something. I was super atheist. I believed in science, but then well, science can explain that and that, and I sat down and well, there was a bad day. What sins have I committed? I was like, wait, sins? What I'm talking about? I don't believe in God. But this is a strong engraving in Polish people, which the parents are ruining because like forcing forcing the children to go to church, saying mean things about everyone that isn't like in the religion. So that's pushing people away from the Catholics. That's pushing more and more children away. I've seen children in my school mocking Jesus. I want to spit in the face. Literally, it's pure sinning. Yeah, but they get the karma, okay?
Yeah.
They are straight. They are straight. I can't do nothing about that. But yeah, if I see that and I know that something that's out of my control and I mean humans' control can be science. Like, why would certain things happen? Why was it a bad day? Is it science? No, it isn't science that I had a bad day. And maybe I sinned. And I came to that conclusion and I started like thinking about religion. You were Muslim you were taught as a Muslim, you were raised as a Muslim.
Yes,
But I was
Pakistani
like, I
family.
came to that conclusion myself. I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
yeah, I
Islam,
just came to
it
the
just
conclusion
makes
that
the most sense because there is only one God and you submit to him and his message is very clear, you know?
yeah, not to his son, not to all of the saints. Not submit to any. They are prophets, of course. They are
Oh yeah,
prophets.
they don't
How
have the
people
whole
know that
saint
there was God?
veneration like in the Catholic Church or anything. They don't have that.
Yeah, it's thanks saying whatever. Say Alhamdulillah. You do not say thank the saint whatever of
No.
because they're patrons of anything. They're like watching
No.
over some areas of life.
They do not watch
You don't
over
have that.
anything.
That's good.
And it's also a
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
in specifically Sunni Islam where they say that no human is without sin, you know? Like,
Of
all
course,
children of Adam sin, but the best of sinners are those who repent.
of course. That is just what it was. I can't argue with that. If someone argues with that, I would not consider him intelligent
Yeah. Yeah.
or logical thinking.
Because it's impossible
It's
to
just
live
some
your whole
facts.
life without committing a single sin. Like, it's bound to happen. You're not born with knowledge. But the best you can do is repent for the past, you know?
Well, it's just facts. Like
Yeah.
it's
Plain
just
straight
pure
facts.
logical. What? Yeah, wisdom. It's just wisdom, basically. I'm really sad I wasn't raised a Muslim. Like I couldn't read books and I can't even buy Quran now. My parents won't let me, but it's like yeah, it's really hard to me like adjust. 'Cause I don't know shit. It's hard to adjust. It's hard to become a full
Definitely
Muslim,
is.
but can't even go to mosque. Can't even go mosques now. I can't go to a mosque now.
Yeah, there's
Where are you
no
going?
mosques there,
Oh, with friends.
sadly.
Where's friends? No, there is one in my town that just wouldn't let
There
me.
is?
So, yeah,
Ah.
near me, but yeah, my parents, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, back to the topic because I went so offshore. Come on.
Oh yeah, I just
So,
realized.
yeah, to sum this up,
Uh,
yeah, but
no,
yeah.
not to sum this up. We're only
So
halfway
to sum
through the
this up,
episode.
Yeah, but some this topic of not. Yeah,
Oh,
no, we halfway up. Oh, I'm checking the time, but yeah. So to sum this topic up, not this episode up. Come on.
yeah.
So to sum this topic up once again, I just want to say that if you come to a conclusion when the anxiety is no longer with you and you submit yourself, just submit yourself fully, completely, and you either ask for a blessing or pray for God to do something himself.
Yes.
It's not like, oh, why did it happen? It's like, okay, God wants this to happen for some reason.
God
God's not
knows
bad.
best, you know?
God wants the best for us.
Yeah, you know, there's some wisdom I remember from same channel I talked about earlier, where he's a father and he makes the example that he has a son, but he doesn't allow
Yeah,
him to always eat candy or always watch TV. And for him, it doesn't make sense. He doesn't understand why he likes it. But for the father, he knows why it's bad, so he stops it. That's the same sort of thing with humans, you know? We can't understand everything, but there's a deeper wisdom behind it, inevitably, you know?
yeah, yeah. It's just a really good example that a child
Yeah.
is raised, and he doesn't understand like, oh, but well, too much sugar is bad for you because it like
Mhm.
messes with your teeth, messes your teeth up. But why is that happening, man? Because the bacteria stays in to basically in your teeth. It stays bacteria there. It starts to rot. It starts to eat through your teeth. Maybe,
Yeah.
well, how does this happen? I don't know what all the chemical processes, but you get my point,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Children don't understand, but there is a higher power, parents. I'm not saying that godly power. There's humanly power that just stops self-destruction that kids might want to operate on them.
Hmm. Yeah. And thing is, lots of people, they have this same sort of thing like the child where they say, oh, God can't exist because all of these bad things happen, but they don't think of any deeper thing behind it. They only consider their point of view. You know, that's how a lot of atheists think. You know,
Yeah,
they see a bad thing from their point of view, must be bad. Like, they don't think of anything deeper, like sickness, you know? Superficially, it looks bad, but it can have some effects, like, you know, maybe you can't go out with some bad friends, you know? Or maybe you start thinking more like that, you know what I mean?
yeah. It's it's really you do understand that if you come across literally any, it's not. Oh come on, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, you basically just try. No point arguing with that. No point.
Yeah, yeah,
Just I can't even question that. I just agree completely.
yeah.
So, next thing, next parasite that's eating on society, eating on people, is toxicity.
Yeah, and
I
this
was like
stems from
lack
the
of decency.
anxiety because they're afraid what happens, so
Yeah,
they make reactionary moves in an attempt of defense.
it, and I now have a really good example of that. So, literally, we have. It was I think it was I wasn't self-defense class, but it was like a first aid class with and we were teamed up into pairs. So there was one girl that was left because we have some really strange girls in the class,
I relate,
and
I relate.
it was she has it. Yeah, but listen. There was one guy that doesn't shower. He's basically perverted as shit.
Ah,
He's super perverted. Oh god,
ah,
nobody likes him. The girls despise him, especially the feminist ones. So it was the girl that was just,
hmm
cried because she was paired, teamed up with him. Cried. Okay? It was like, no, I don't want to be with him. Cried.
Nah,
And yeah.
that
And
is awful.
and what he said, but listen, what he said,
Yeah.
and this perverted dude said, "Oh, what I want to be with her." She like basic excuse. It was defensive mechanism.
Yeah.
I don't want to be pushed out, so I want to be the one that push out first.
Uh,
I want to be the one that pushes out. Basically, she was the victim. I don't know if the perverted guy done some shit. Literally,
uh,
it was justified that she cried. But defensive mechanism of this guy, he's a little, okay, I can't say retarded, so special needs,
yeah.
I'm gonna say.
People get offended by
So,
every little thing
yeah.
because they think pain equals bad, pleasure equals good. They take that to the logical extreme, and so even something that mildly annoys you becomes bad for them because they're so afraid of any pain and wants to have as much pleasure as possible. That's the atheist materialistic mindset.
Yeah.
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 Because
It's insecurities. Yeah, it's insecurities mainly, right?
yeah. And the thing is,
It's insecurities.
yeah, because they don't have any sort of, deeper meaning behind things. They don't understand the deeper wisdom that comes with pain, Uh,
They don't,
because,
yeah. And, yeah, go on.
yeah, because the thing is, you cannot grow as a person without some sort
But
of
eventually,
adversity.
it is best to find.
You cannot, and this is
And,
because, like,
yeah, let me please, because that's a good moment to say what I was going to say.
yeah, you're gonna say something.
It's yeah. It's about the phobic people that go to the gym. The pain that comes with going to the gym and the discipline it takes is simply too much for some people. So the insecurities that were both talking about earlier voice out. They voice out their insecurities by calling the people phobic or bad for going to the gym because they want to feel good. And why do they want to feel good? Because they want to have control of everything.
Yeah.
It just sums up really, really nice. Yeah, go on, finish.
Yeah, but the thing is, you cannot advance, like, as the gym example, if you don't have any sort of, like, way of, having any pain. Like, they avoid it so much. And because of that, they don't realize that you grow with it. Like, in the gym example, no pain, no gain. Like, you have to do all of the things like eating a lot, doing all those hard, intense exercises. And without that, you just can't gain any of the benefits. Like, this reminds me of a Persian, Shams Tabrizi, and he had a rule, 10th rule of love. The midwife knows that when there is no pain, the way for the baby cannot be opened, and the mother cannot give birth. Likewise, for a new self to be born, hardship is necessary, just as clay needs to go through intense heat to become so. Love can only be perfected in pain.
Yeah, and well, some people don't just get it right, and I think we don't just we explain it all. We explain all of the psychological processes. We explain the feeling. We explain. We gave the examples. I think this topic can also be closed. Like this all can be said was said.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Because
yeah,
ultimately the truth is very
another thing.
simple, you know? And when people deny
Yeah,
that truth, it causes a bunch of problems as a side effect, all from like a very simple root, you know? That's how most troubles come, you know?
yeah. Why is law so complicated? Like, why is law so complicated? Why are there so many laws there? Only
Yeah.
like 10 laws are needed. No, why is it now? It just complicates the truth, complicates the. Basically, the morality is gone from this world. It's just sad, but it's gone.
Yeah, like if you have no
Immorality
conception of
and
God, then you have no objective morals, right? Like, how can you say that doing this thing is bad? Like, okay, but on what objective basis, you know? Because,
yeah,
something like
going
subjective
to gym is bad,
morality
for
is
example.
useless because it needs to be a sort of standard. It doesn't make sense if it's just an opinion, you know?
But you need to be unique, you need to be unique, right? I'm just
Ah,
okay. I'm just
uniqueness.
like talking from a perspective of yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just talking from a
Yeah,
perspective of
from their
some
perspective.
LGBTQ
They think being
feminist.
unique is
Yeah,
a good thing, but it reminds me of a thing ants are, where one ant is like nothing, right? But all the ants together, they make a very beautiful and powerful colony, even though one ant does like nothing, you know? Like, all of them are
yeah,
extremely selfless, polite, patient, all of the ants, and because of that, they manage to, make a great ant colony, but that'd be, like, impossible for humans, especially if it's something like SJWs, even forming some sort of military order with the unique guys is, like, impossible.
yeah. Yeah, army with the unique guys.
Ah.
Yeah, you see you're the citizen of USA, not me. You're a citizen, right?
And
You are. So,
uniqueness is
uh,
also
well,
boosting the ego, and that is
yeah, but
extremely
listen, 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 listen. You see
bad.
the commercial?
Hmm.
Yeah, but you seen the commercial with like the women that have had two mothers went to the military.
Uh,
Yeah, that was a commercial. I don't know if I would sign up after like this commercial.
yeah,
I don't know if I would enlist. I don't know. No, I don't know.
I know. The problem
Like,
is that these people, when they try to be unique, they're just trying to boost their own ego. They don't realize that at the end of the day, we're all just human beings. And the way we can be better is by working together, not trying to say you're better than everyone else. That's not how it is.
yeah, because unique, like objective standards exist. If everyone's unique, someone has to be better than the others.
Hmm.
So the COT videos is the channel YouTube channel called COT, right?
Hmm.
It's called COT. So they're like rank women from most attractive to least attractive, and the fat ones over here like second of first, and the guys, well,
Hmm.
they're not as like polite as girls, and they always put the fat girl in the place just 5 or 6. I don't know how many girls were there to like pick from, but always the last place.
Yeah. And all right. So is that going to be it for today's episode? The truth is very simple, and we just managed to demolish the entire system's lies in like a little more than half an hour. That's the beauty of the
Yeah.
truth, isn't
So
it?
yeah. and unfortunately for
Hmm.
private reasons, I gotta end this at
Yeah, he's doing something.
5 minutes.
So yeah, that's it for today's episode. But despite being shorter than most of the other ones, I think this is actually pretty concise. We got
Yeah,
through all of the
valuable too.
points,
Like,
and
yeah,
yeah,
super.
basically,
Yeah, just wisdom,
yeah, it's
basic
just
facts.
simple
So
facts.
yeah, we can't put
So
links in the descriptions. So the link to our Discord server is in about page. And yeah, see you in the next episode. I guess.
bye
Hope
guys.
we get on time.
Yeah.